Hello everyone, this is part 8 of What If Naruto Married Hinata Early, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, and check out the playlist to see more. Comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Naruto awoke at the feeling of movement by his chest. Looking down, he was surprised to see Hinata's sleeping beauty face buried in his chest. That's right, I came back to my apartment because Iruka's sense told me someone was worried about me and was at my apartment. It was Hinata. He smiled from knowing that she was worried about him. Placing his hand on her side, his hand traveled up then down on her body. I'm the only one who's able to touch her like this. He noticed her eyes fluttered open and they met contact. Naruto-kun, she said loudly, shooting up from the bed in surprise. Sorry Hinata-chan. He grinned by the shy girl's action. It's okay, I was just surprised. She said, then slowly sat back down on his bed and a moment of silence swept through. Naruto-kun, she said quietly. He mumbled in response to his girlfriend. See, can I'll lay back down next to you? Like before. The girl stammered, her face covered with a pink blush. Sure. He answered quickly in response, and the shy girl slithered into his arms slowly and he wrapped his arms around her and she buried her face in his muscular chest. Hinata-chan, I'm surprised that you aren't surprised from seeing me in just my boxes. He smirked, making the raven air beauty blush furiously. Naruto's body shivered when he felt Hinata's small delicate finger trace his muscles on his stomach. Hinata. He shivered and she looked up at him with curious eyes. Do you want me to stop? She responded and he just nodded in disagreement. Leaning in, he captured her lips in a sweet and passionate kiss. He grabbed a hold of her jacket zipper and zipped it down quickly. Naruto broke the kiss and slid off her jacket, causing the girl to look away in embarrassment. Naruto-kun, I want to try something new if that's all right. She whispered quietly to her beloved. Like what? Naruto stammered in surprise by the shy girl's words. I don't know. She responded nervously to her beloved's question. The blonde male gulped. He didn't know what to do. Well, he knew what to do, but he knew Hinata wouldn't be comfortable. How about we just go with the flow? He asked, scratching his head in embarrassment. Oh, okay. She responded happily. Kneeling over Hinata, he leaned down and kissed her passionately on her soft lips. Then trailing down to her neck, he felt her hand squeeze his arm. Naruto placed his hands on the shy girl's waist and started lifting up her shirt while he suckled on her collarbone. Naruto stopped when the shirt was lifted right below her breast and he looked up at Hinata for permission, but her eyes were squeezed shut. Hinata-chan, can you open your eyes? He asked in a soothing tone and the shy girl's eyes fluttered open. Is it okay if I go any further? He asked questioningly. Why yes, since it's why you. She answered quietly, making him smile. When Naruto lifted the fishnet shirt over her large breasts, he practically drooled. He lifted the shirt up and over her head, then threw it on the ground. Looking back, he shakenly grabbed a hold of her breasts that was hidden beneath a lavender bra, causing the girl to mewl. He started massaging them, earning quiet moans and mewls and pleasurable shudders from the shy girl. He even did a daring move and leaned down, swiping his tongue between her milky breasts, and she moaned loudly. You like that? He asked questioningly and she could only manage a small nod. Naruto groaned in reply when he felt her small, delicate hands massage his scalp. Slipping his hands behind her back, he tried unhooking the bra. It took a few times, but when he finally got it, he looked up at her with pleading eyes and she nodded. Slowly he slipped off the bra. Finally, for so long. Naruto, open up the damn door, you idiot. A voice yelled out, then a loud slam, causing Naruto to jump out of his bed and race into the living room. Looking in his hallway, he saw his broken door and Sakura was standing there, her expression furious. Sakura-chan, what are you doing here? And why did you break my door? Naruto yelled back angrily. Who cares about the door? And I'm here to tell you to apologize to Tsunade-sama. You treated her with disrespect. You don't understand how sad and in pain she is too, you know. She's no Jiraiya-san way longer than you have. And for you to say whatever you want. Sakura stopped her sentence. Just go apologize to her, will you? Sakura sighed sadly. Fine, I guess you're right. Let me get dressed and I'll go apologize to Granny Bar-chan. Naruto sighed. Okay, By the way, have you seen Hinata? Ino, Tenten and I were inviting her for a girls' week out. Sakura asked questioningly. I don't know, maybe you should check the Hyuga compound. Naruto said nervously. Right. Okay, well, bye. Sakura said and then raced out his apartment door. Wait, my door. Naruto yelled, then sighed in defeat. Hinata, you should hurry back to the compound. He said, but got silence for a response. Hinata? He asked, and he walked into his room and saw she was already gone. Nice job. The boy chuckled. Granny Bar-chan? Naruto asked while he opened up the door. Yes, Naruto. She groaned. Look, I wanted to apologize, Yano, for yesterday. I shouldn't have acted that way. It's just, he was like family to me. He said, looking down sadly. The only one you have left too. She said quietly. Huh? He asked, confused. Nothing, the frog from yesterday wanted to speak to you soon. He said he wanted to teach you something that Jiraiya was taught. Be prepared, he'll be back here in about 2 days. Tsunade informed. Really? Okay. Naruto responded. The 2 days went by fast and Hinata didn't get to see Naruto off since the girls were keeping her busy with questions, and other girl stuff. Today they were bathing in a hot spring and chatting. Okay guys, listen to this, me and Sai's been hanging out lately and chatting. I really like him. Should I ask him out or is it too soon? Ino asked. You should go for it, before someone else snatches him away. Tenten answered. Yay, go for it, Ino. Sakura cheered happily for her friend. What about you, Tenten? I've sure seen you and Neji hanging out a lot too. You guys dating? The blonde asked questioningly, making the brown hair girl blush. And not yet, but I hope he asks me soon. Tenten giggled and the rest of the group giggled along with her. Hey Hinata, can I ask you something? Ino asked while staring at the shy girl. Sure, she answered back in a gentle tone. Are you ever afraid someone will snatch Naruto away? The blonde asked curiously as she stared intently at the shy beauty. The rest of the girls looked over at the girl who was staring into the water quietly. After about a few moments she looked up and faced the group with intent eyes. No, if Naruto-kun says he loves me, then it's true. He would never do he things he does with E if he didn't love me. Hinata answered in a serious tone. After thinking over what she said, the shy girl's face instantly turned red and the girls stared in surprise. Oh my god, have you two had like you know? The blonde said loudly in surprise. Oh my god Hinata, I didn't know you had it in you. Tenten squealed. Did Naruto force you? Sakura yelled angrily. No. Hinata shouted loudly, waving her hands in the air. She didn't really know what they meant, but at the same time she did. She just didn't know the details. Really? Man, that sucks. How long have you two been dating? Like 4 or 5 months. Ino sighed in jealously. 6 months. Hinata stammered shyly. So then, what have you two done? Tenten asked. Hug and K-kiss. Hinata stammered. The 3 girls sighed sadly from losing their interest. Okay, tell you what Hinata, I know a way that you can make Naruto shrivel under your touch, and believe me, he'll enjoy it. He'll enjoy it a lot. Ino smirked evilly from such thoughts. Well, it's time to write up our regular report. The leader of a group of Konoha ninja ordered. As he turned around he was met by a man with orange hair, and strange purple eyes. Before he had time to act he was quickly stabbed and died. 2 more ninja jumped straight towards the unknown man but was also stabbed, and they turned to look at the last member before dying and falling to the ground. Only 1 ninja was left and he took a step back. This man, he's from the Akatsuki. The man went to turn and run but was swept off his feet and stabbed by the unknown man. He quickly fell and died like the others. This world shall know pain. The unknown man said loudly as the rest of his group joined him. It was a pretty peaceful day in Konoha. The sun was out keeping the environment warm, and plants were growing and kids were playing. Though after a few moments a giant explosion occurred, making a crowd of people scream. Suddenly there was a large puff of smoke causing giant centipedes to appear. Then there was a larger explosion causing the ground to shake and more people to scream. What happening? Kiba asked, confused as he looked at the smoke in the air. As Sakura ran through the streets she spotted an old woman and a little girl in danger from a centipede. Building chakra into her fist she leaped at the created. Cha! Sakura yelled out before she smashed the large bug. Thank you, the old lady said. More and more explosions appeared, causing the little girl to tug on Sakura's shirt. Hey, Don't worry, we have the Hokage on our side. Sakura said in a soothing tone, making the girl happier. Anbu report. We've spotted men with black robes and red cloud patterns. The man informed. Just as I thought, Akatsuki. Tsunade said. Announce a state of emergency. After that, call for Naruto Uzumaki. Tsunade ordered. More and more explosions appeared, causing many people to die. Iruka saw an injured man and ran to his side, only to be stopped by one of the intruders. The intruder went to go stab Iruka until the one and only Kakashi appeared, stopping the rod. Kakashi-san. Iruka gasped in surprise. Iruka-sensei, go take that man away to get him healed. I'll take care of things here. The ninja ordered. All right, Iruka said, and he lifted the man over his back and raced away. When the teacher was out of sight, Kakashi was already struggling to hold the pole any longer, so after a few moments it broke into pieces and the intruder went to kick him in the head, but he dodged quickly and jumped away. Though Kakashi was too slow because the man leaped at him with another pole, stabbing him in the shoulder. Kakashi quickly formed a lightning blade. Though the man just looked at the copy ninja with his unusual eyes, making his lightning blade hit a wall. What was that? Kakashi asked himself in confusion. Kakashi Hatake. The copy ninja. Where is the 9 tails? The man asked, though Kakashi just leaped at him with another lightning blade. He was stopped by the man's eyes once again, causing himself to fly back, and another explosion behind the man accrued. After a few moments, Kakashi tossed the rubble off of himself, getting to his feet. What was that jutsu just now? It felt different from a shock wave. Everything around him went flying with him as a epicenter. Well then. Kakashi bent down, forming a lightning snake. How will you counter this? His snake made out of lightning went flying towards the intruder in one quick motion, but instead of causing any damage, his jutsu disappeared in thin air, surprising him. Not just physical attacks, but he can repel ninjutsu as well. Impressive. Now then, how should I? Suddenly the ground shook and Kakashi turned around to see another man pulling out wires full of bombs. The bombs all flew around, sending up explosions and dust. After a few moments, Kakashi showed up behind the new man with a lightning blade. You're mine. Though before he could attack, the man bent down quickly. This guy, he was facing directly ahead, but Kakashi looked at the other man's eyes and he remembered what the Toad Sage said. Their eyes are linked. Their field of vision is connected and shared. When you face pain, you must fight them one-on-one. Remember this well. Each one of them can use only one type of skill. Deducing those skills will be crucial. The man jumped away, leaving Kakashi standing there with his lightning blade. Lord Jiraiya took on 6 of them at once. I must say, that's crazy. The men with the bomb's face suddenly morphed into 3 faces. Then the other man lifted his hand up, letting out his jutsu. Kakashi's body suddenly pushed forward towards the man. He struggled fighting against it and was suddenly flying towards the man. I get it, that's his ability. He went down towards his ninja tool pack and grabbed out a line of chain. I have no chance if I fight these guys alone. I must call for reinforcements, and let them know what this guy's ability is. Suddenly the guy's jutsu was stronger. The man with the bombs from before had large saw which sliced through Kakashi's body, which turned into lightning. A lightning-style clone. Pain noticed, and suddenly there was a loud smash. Looking over, he saw 2 large hands become smaller and saw his partner crushed into the ground. One down. Kakashi. A man asked. Actually, I was all set. Kakashi said as he fell to the ground with a lightning blade. But this will help me preserve some chakra. Kakashi informed. Thank you, he said as he got to his feet. Are you all right? The man with long red hair asked. Well, I can manage. Kakashi responded. Do you have enough chakra? He asked. Well, I already used a lightning-style clone, and exhausting over half my chakra. To be honest, a drawn-out battle like this with an opponent more like him. However, I figured out a little bit of this man's ability. Kakashi informed. Suddenly the man came racing at the group. Pa, he's coming. Choji informed. The group of men threw their tools at the man along with their own jutsus. Time slowed down as everyone watched the weapons reach the man. Almighty push, the enemy said, and then a huge explosion shook the ground, causing the dirt and dust to fly around. The group of people sent more weapons towards the man, but he used his jutsu to repel the attacks. Kakashi threw his kunai towards the man, which exploded into a poison gas, letting the group escape. What did he just do? Choji's dad asked. He repelled all of our attacks, using himself as our epicenter. His jutsu allows himself to push and pull objects towards him or away from him. However, it looks like he cannot use the jutsu all the time. I know for certain that there is an interval time before he can activate the next jutsu, Kakashi explained. Minutes went by and the three of them formed a plan. Kakashi leaped out of his hiding place with another lightning blade. Inches away, Kakashi struck through only to see the other enemy that was dead long ago. Then suddenly there was another big explosion. Your inability to move does not seem faked, the man said as he walked towards Kakashi, who was coughing up blood on the ground. I didn't make it, Kakashi thought as he looked around. I know for sure that you are not a shadow clone. I will be certain you're of death. It's over, the man said as he pulled a nail from a nearby wood with his power. Just to be safe, I won't approach you, he said as he had a nail in his hand. HMF. No pain, the man said before sending the nail flying, impaling the disabled ninja's head. Kakashi-sensei. Pa, why you tried to protect me? Choji sobbed. See, Choji, save the sea, crying for later. Kakashi rasped. If you're able to move, report to Lady Hokage about Pain's abilities. A counter strategy is imperative, Kakashi ordered. Kakashi-sensei. Choji rasped sadly. Reflect later. You must hurry, run, Kakashi said. But I, Choji stammered. Don't let Cho's sacrifice be in vain, Kakashi said. Suddenly the enemy that was supposed to be dead struggled to get up. Your persistent fellows, aren't you? He rasped. Damn it, he's still. Kakashi's didn't get to finish his sentence because a bomb was heading for Choji. Run, Choji, Kakashi yelled as the boy went racing away. I dare say with the chakra I have left it's impossible to destroy his entire body. And if I use it again, then I'll exhaust all my stamina and chakra. To entrust this information to the ones who still live. This is the best method I have right now to save the hidden leaf. Kakashi used his right eye to make the bomb disappear, but making himself die along with the action. Choji looked back and saw that the bomb was gone. Kakashi-sensei, he said sadly. Konohamaru watched from behind a corner of a building as a Chunin stopped moving and a member the Akatsuki was holding another man by his throat. What's going on? The enemy didn't do anything, but the guy on the left just stopped moving. What did the enemy do to him? Did the Chunin pick a fight him and was not able to fight back? Whatever it is, I got to get out of here, now. He turned around only to smack his head against a pole, which made a loud sound. Crap. Did he hear me? Konohamaru listened as he heard footsteps get closer to him. He was sweating at every moment, and thought he was about to be discovered until he heard a loud thud. Doing whatever you want, huh? Well, I have no mercy for devils like you, Ebisu said angrily as he stared at the man in front of him. Ebisu-sensei. Ebisu walked around putting up his hands in a fighting stance, though the Akatsuki member looked at him and stayed put. Where is Uzumaki Naruto? Is he in the Lee village? The man asked with no emotion in his voice. Naruto ni-san. Go, Konohamaru, get away while you have your chance. Naruto. He is a fellow member of the Hidden Leaf. There is no way I would give up a fellow comrade. Ebisu spat angrily. Perhaps you did not hear me right. Answer my question and I will spare your life, but if you don't I shall make your death certain. The man repeated. I used to always think of Naruto as a nuisance, for teaching my students such things. Everybody in the village he thinks of him as a monster, and to be honest I once did myself until he showed his true colors. Now even I look up to him, and I'm sure the rest of the village also will come to love him. Naruto will become Hokage one day and show everybody that's doubted him. Because that is the kind of person he is, he never gives up, so I don't care if I die right here right now because I will never give up a comrade. Ebisu finished. Very well then, I shall make your death certain, He-Man said, and in just a split second he raced up to Ebisu. Though the teacher dodged his attacks for a few rounds, he was caught by the throat in just a few moments. I will give you one last chance. Where is Uzumaki Naruto? The man asked. Naruto teach Konohamaru many things while I'm gone so that he may become Hokage just like you will. You will become a legacy even better than your master, and even the previous Hokages teach the entire village your lessons to become stronger. If Jiraiya-sama saw you now he would be very proud. Watch over Konohamaru, and the entire village, and don't give up your dreams. Like I said before, I have no intentions on telling you Akatsuki any information even at the cost of my life. Ebisu chocked. Very well then. The man said emotionless as he summoned up his previous jutsu while choking the teacher. Ebisu-sensei. Konohamaru jumped out of his hiding place, a paper bomb in his hand. Quickly he placed it on the ground, causing an explosion. When the dust cleared, Konohamaru saw his sensei standing a foot away from him and the enemy a good distance away. So you came out of your hiding place, I see. The man said, causing Konohamaru to shiver. I wasn't going to watch my sensei die in the hands of you, Akatsuki. Konohamaru spat back angrily. Why didn't you run? Ebisu responded to his apprentice, but Konohamaru ignored his plea and stared straight at the enemy. Now listen here. No one knows where Naruto Ne-san is, so stop destroying the village. Konohamaru yelled angrily. I cannot do that, I have strict orders. He responded back. Fine, have it your way, at least now I can finally try out my new jutsu Naruto Ne-san taught me. Konohamaru yelled out excitedly. Ebisu-sensei, please report to everyone else to get out of the village, and help people out, leave this to me. Since you don't have a chance of fighting him, I have no better, but at least I can buy the villagers some time. Konohamaru insisted. But Ebisu stopped his sentence. He knew his student was right, and he knew his student wouldn't change his mind no matter what. Be careful. Ebisu responded, and Konohamaru looked at him with a grin. Don't worry about me. He responded, and the teacher smiled and raced away. Wise decision on sacrificing yourself, you shall be very valuable to my summon. The man said after a while, and Konohamaru just clenched his fists into a ball. I'll show you. I'm going to be the next Hokage before you, brother Naruto. Racing up to the man, he raced in a zigzag. The man made no move, which confused Konohamaru on what he had up his sleeve. When Konohamaru got close enough, he saw the man swing his arms, and he dodged and prepared his next jutsu. Ninja Art Sexy Harem Jutsu. Konohamaru yelled out before puffing into a ball of smoke, and he was a beautiful nude girl. The man stared at him confused, and a second later Konohamaru puffed out, jumping at him. Rasengan. He yelled out as the chakra ball connected with the man's chest, sending him flying back. Konohamaru panted. His limit on Rasengans was 2, so he had to use them wisely before he would be at a deadly low rate on chakra. Konohamaru kept his eye on his enemy as he got up. Surprised, the enemy looked like he didn't even get a scratch. Damn it. Wait, I have another idea then, but it's pretty risky. All that matters now is to get everyone out of the village. Suddenly the enemy raced towards him, taking a blow into the shoulder. Konohamaru flew backing, hitting a broken down building. Oh ow. He stammered painfully. After a moment or two he leapt to his feet, grabbing a kunai out of his ninja pack. He eyed his enemy. I think I sprained my shoulder, though pain can go away, villages can't come back, so I have to try harder. Seeing what his punches can do, I definitely can't be hit again. Once again the enemy came at him at a flash, though this time Konohamaru dodged and managed to strike his back. Suddenly he was pinned to the ground, a large hand on his throat. Squirming around, Konohamaru just couldn't get out of his tight grip. Well, that went faster than I thought. I guess this is the end for me. Konohamaru could feel the grip tightening, and he closed his eyes, waiting for the path that awaited him until a memory flashed in his mind. I'm Naruto Uzumaki, the future Hokage. I'll never give up, cause that's my ninja way. Springing his eyes open, he saw the piercing purple eyes stare at him. Instead of shriveling under the cold stare, Konohamaru reached for another paper bomb in his tool pocket. Though he was having a hard time moving, he managed to get a hold of one and set it off, causing the man to leap away. Coughing, Konohamaru got to his feet, panting from the great loss of breath. Looking over at the enemy as the dirt swept by, Konohamaru knew he couldn't die yet. Well, you have quite a will there. The man said out of nowhere. Brother Naruto taught me one thing important. Never to give up. I'll be just as great as him one day. Starting with destroying you. Konohamaru snapped angrily as he raced towards the man. The man also ran towards him. He was the first to throw a punch, but Konohamaru managed to leap away. Though not fast enough to turn around, he was sent flying by one of the man's punches in the back. Ignoring the pain, he slowly got to his feet and wiped the blood from his mouth. Grinning, he laughed like a mad person. Not yet. Racing towards him once again, Konohamaru went to throw his kunai, but the man easily dodged and sent Konohamaru flying by a punch in the stomach. In mid-air, Konohamaru coughed up blood and fell the ground with great force. Struggling to his feet, he wiped the blood from his mouth once again. Suddenly he felt a new presence from afar. Mogi. Go away. Does he know she's here? I have to finish this battle, or at last buy her some time to run away. She is no match to this monster. I won't last much longer. Cracked ribs, sprained shoulder, actually it might be broken. I'm also losing a lot of blood. You're going to die if you keep this up, though I won't let you because you will become a great sacrifice. The man said. Shut up. He responded angrily and ran towards him once again. This has to work. If not, I'm totally dead. Close enough. Konohamaru leaped up in the air only to be caught by the throat from the man's hands. Rasengan. A voice yelled out from behind the man. And the Konohamaru in the man's hand turned into a puff of smoke, leaving his hands empty. A clone. Connecting to the man's head, he went flying and Konohamaru fell to the ground panting. Did I get him? Mogi watched as her dear teammate was on the ground and the intruder was getting to his feet without a scratch. She watched as the man slowly walked over to Konohamaru. When he reached the boy, he picked him up by the throat and lifted him into the air. Mogi watched as her teammate coughed up blood. Suddenly she made eye contact with him and he watched as he mouthed the words, "Gyo. Now for your sacrifice." The man said, "I guess I won't be the next Hokage after all. Sorry brother Naruto." Ebisu sensei. I failed. In no way. Guess you damaged me too much. He smirked. His voice trailed off into a silent whisper until his body went limp into the man's arms. Mogi watched in horror as Konohamaru's body went limp into the man's arms. The man let the boy fall onto the ground. Konohamaru. Tears fell down her face and she stared at her friend that was now laying on the ground dead. Suddenly she felt herself being lifted from the ground and was being raced away from her spot. Looking up, she saw Konohamaru sensei. Ebisu sensei. She cried sadly. I know. Gone. He said with a sad frown. Looks like all six are assembled. The old frog informed as Naruto stared coldly at the six. Naruto was surprised to see Tsunade stand up in front of him and the 6 paths of pain. I am the 5th Hokage. She panted for breath as she stared ahead. Lady Hokage. An Anbu yelled as he jumped down by her side in concern and worry, but Tsunade just ignored him. You trampled on the jewel, the dreams of my predecessors. I will not forgive you. I will settle his now as the Hokage. Tsunade yelled angrily. It seems now, you understand a little about pain. However, my business is not with you. My business is with. Pain exclaimed, and one of the pains jumped out at her with a flash only for Naruto to leap down, smashing it with his fist, causing Tsunade to stare in shock. With me. Naruto yelled back furiously. There is no reason for the Leafs Hokage to bother with the likes of them. Naruto exclaimed. You just sit back and sip some tea, Granny. Naruto said as he looked ahead at his opponent, the one reasonable for his master's death, the loss of his family. Naruto. Tsunade said in surprise. What's happening down there? I can't see. Sakura asked the Byakugan user who looked over her in surprise. It's Naruto, he took down one pain in a punch. He exclaimed in disbelief, not believing that one of the ones responsible for destroying their village could be taken down so quickly. Naruto. Sakura said, surprised by hearing his actions could cause such damage. Uzumaki Naruto. Pain said, only to be interrupted by the boy. Let's settle this. Naruto yelled back angrily and the pains immediately went into formation. Gamachi. Naruto yelled and the frog jumped down behind him. Take Granny Tsunade someplace safe. Naruto ordered. Gotcha. The toad nodded. Granny, I'll take care of everything. Tell everyone in the village to stay out of the way. It'll be difficult to fight while trying to cover for them. Naruto informed. Understood. But take Katsuyu, I know she'll be useful for you. She has intel on them. Tsunade exclaimed, holding up a small slug, and the old frog grabbed it and leaped next to Naruto along with his wife. Katsuyu girl, keep yourself hidden in Naruto boy's clothes. The old frog ordered. Yes sir. Katsuyu said before doing so. Now may not be the right time to ask a question like this, but now that I've mastered nature energy, I'm able to sense everyone's chakra. Is Kakashi sensei on a mission away from the village? Naruto asked Tsunade as she was being lifted by Gamachi. When Naruto got no answer back, he sighed. I see. He said sadly after a moment. Go Gamachi. Naruto ordered loudly and the frog leaped away. Summoning jutsu. One of the pains said loudly as she made the seal on the ground, summoning a large rhino that raced towards Naruto. Naruto grabbed the horn and threw the summon up into the air with great force. Summoning jutsu. The pain said again and another 2 summons appeared. A bull and a dog. Naruto watched ahead as the old frog and his wife leaped into the air. Sage art. Frog song. The two said as a loud song raced towards the two summons, causing them to stop. Racing towards them, he took this chance to finish them off. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto said, and two clones appeared and began forming two large Rasengan. Sage Art. Giant Rasengan. His clones yelled as smashing the orbs into the two summons, causing them to fly back. Buta Boy, Ken Boy, Hero Boy. The old frog yelled. Right on. They yelled back as they leaped into the air. Naruto ninjutsu won't work on the pain standing before you. He will absorb all ninjutsu attacks. Katsuyu informed him as he raced towards the pain. Then we'll go with Frog Kumite. Naruto said, reaching out his fist, dodging the pain's pole. Swiping his hand, the pain looked over and dodged Naruto's attack. All pains are visually linked. Katsuyu informed. A blind spot attack is meaningless unless you move out of the view line of every one of them. She exclaimed as Naruto was thrown into the air but landed on his feet. Well then I'll show them an attack they can see. Naruto responded. Naruto punched the pain, dodging his kunai. Though the punch didn't touch him, the nature chakra kicked in, causing an invisible force to hit Pain's cheek, sending him flying back. No time to waste here. I'll finish this with my new ninjutsu. Naruto exclaimed. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Two clones appearing either side of them. I see. You have become a sage. Mastering the same jutsu as Jiraiya Sensei has. The main Pain noted. Jiraiya Sensei. Naruto said confusingly. I also learned jutsu from Jiraiya. He was also my master, causing us to be learning disciples sharing the same master. You and I should be able to understand one another. Pain included. Our master desired peace, he said before being cut off by the boy. Shut the fuck up. Naruto yelled as he held up his jutsu. Such massive chakra. Did you teach him that, Pa? The old lady frog asked her husband. No, I'm seeing this for the first time too. He never showed that during our training. What does Naruto boy plan on doing? He responded back, surprised. What is that jutsu? The Byakugan user asked next to Sakura. What is it? Sakura asked questioningly. Naruto chakra is forming into the shape of a, yes, like the form of a shuriken. He answered her. Wind style, Raisin Shuriken. Naruto. Sakura gasped. After all you've done here, don't you dare talk about peace. Naruto yelled in rage, his clones disappearing. You're only looking at the tree, not the whole forest. You don't know the true meaning of peace, so let yourself be captured. Your death will lead to peace. Pain replied. I told you to shut the fuck up. Naruto yelled as he threw his Raisin Shuriken. He threw it. The old Grandma Toad yelled. What is that? The old Sage Toad asked. The six Pains leaped away beside two who the long-haired one grabbed, throwing him to safety while he took the brute of the jutsu. Summoning jutsu. She said, summoning a large bird, a witch hurled towards Naruto only for him to jump on its back and leap away to watch his jutsu expand. Deidara was right, he does not listen. Pain said. Naruto fought against the Pain who summoned the animals. Kunai versus kunai, breaking away, the two stared at each other. You're slowing down, it seems your sage jutsu is wearing off. Pain explained. Did you use up your sage jutsu chakra with that last jutsu? Pain asked. Oh no, I'm about to lose sage mode. I have to bring this guy down before sage mode wears off. Ma, you know what to do. We're going to break the Rinnegan link. The old toad explained. Got it, Pa, she replied, and the two jumped away. Bunter boy, the old sage said. Boss, Bunter said as he was lying on the ground. Listen up. I'm going to hurl you straight towards Naruto boy. The toad informed. Hurl me? But boss, why? Bunter asked. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. He explained. Ready, Pa, the old lady toad said as she made a hand sign. Wind style, sand dust. She mumbled before breathing out a forceful wind mixed with sand, causing large dust and clouds of dirt to appear. The old toad sage lifted up Bunter and threw him forcefully towards Naruto. Good idea, Naruto thought as he slashed the Pain that was standing confused on where she was, doing it over and over again. Ninja art, Rasengan barrage. Naruto yelled as he connected his Rasengans to the Pain, who gasped. A moment later he was released from Bunter's mouth. Standing up, he looked over at the rest of the four Pains, his sage mode wearing off, and the enemy's summons disappearing. You've exhausted your sage jutsu. Pain said. Even in sage mode, 2 Raisin Shurikens are my limit. Naruto panted for breath as he looked at the remaining Pains. Pa, the boy is no longer in sage mode. The old frog said in horror. I know that. He responded. I know it's risky, but we need to merge with him. She exclaimed. Except we can't, he responded in disappointment. Now is my chance, Pan said before flashing away towards Naruto. What? Do you mean we can't merge with him because of the 9 tails? She said, surprised. It seems that way, the sage replied. Then what now? She asked worryingly. Naruto boy came up with his own unique solution. He said, explaining the rest. Naruto jumped away with his scroll in his hands as Bunter stabbed his sword into the ground, causing Pain to jump on top of the frog. Though when Bunter tried to stop him, Pain easily dodged and jumped in front of Naruto, stopping the blonde ninja. Damn, Naruto muttered angrily. This way, Naruto boy, hand it over and I'll do it. The old sage frog exclaimed, and Naruto threw it over to the old sage that jumped away with the scroll. Pain run towards Naruto at the speed of lightning, hitting his arm against Pain's arms. Naruto dodged his kick along with his punches. Stay back, kid'll get him, Bunter informed. I'm going to enter sage mode, Naruto explained. What? Bunter said, confused. Get back, chief, I don't want you guys to get caught in my raisin shuriken, Naruto ordered, and the old frog jumped away. Acting all tough now, Bunter muttered. Naruto stood facing his enemy with his fists up. I can replenish Sage Chakra 2 more times, that means I have 4 more tries with my Raisin Shuriken. I have to settle this within that time. Let's do this, Naruto boy. Reverse summoning jutsu, the toad said as he did his hand seals with the scroll, causing a shadow clone to appear. It's been summoned, now release your jutsu, the sage yelled to Naruto. When Pain ran at Naruto with a pole sticking out of his hand, Naruto closed his eyes, entering sage mode. When Pain reached him ready to strike, Naruto instantly broke the pole easily. Opening his eyes, he threw out a punch that Pain dodged. Doing this a few more tries, Naruto lifted his foot and with a powerful kick hitting the side of Pain's head sent him to flying. What's going on? The sage asked her husband curiously. It's easy, he said, explaining how Naruto used shadow clones to absorb nature energy. Shadow clone jutsu, Naruto said, making 2 clones appear and already forming a Raisin Shuriken. Alright, you're mine, Naruto yelled as his Raisin Shuriken fly towards Pain. Suddenly another Pain jumped in front of the main Pain and started to absorb the shuriken as Pain got to his feet. What the? Naruto said, confused on what just happened. That's right, this is the one that absorbs ninjutsu, a clone mentioned to Naruto. But I thought we already took care of this prick, the original Naruto responded. Naruto looked over to see one of the Pains near a strange floating face thing. What is that? Naruto asked. Naruto, that Pain is the key player, Katsuyu explained. The one geezer toad explained, it can resurrect the dead. A clone explained. He must be the Pain that possesses that power, Katsuyu said. That is why they lined up in formation. That Pain stepped back to take the rearmost position of the troop. And the most troublesome Pain is on the left, the slug explained to them, carefully choosing an easy explanation. He can repel all jutsu and attacks, and pull things towards him. He hasn't just his powers yet, which is suspicious, perhaps some reason he can't utilize his powers yet. Katsuyu finished as the rest of the Pains joined each other. Either way, we have to get rid of the guy in the back, Naruto said as his clones began making Raisingans in each hand, along with some smoke bombs. Alright, Naruto said, and instantly red smoke covered the air. A Raisin Shuriken flew through the air towards the Pains. It's useless, said the Pain that absorbs ninjutsu as he lifted up his hands. Though when he tried to absorb it he couldn't, and the Raisin Shuriken puffed into smoke, showing Naruto. What you absorbed was a transformation jutsu. Naruto leaped on top of the Pain as another Raisin Shuriken burst towards them. You bastard, you're the original, the Pain said. You can't dodge this. This time for sure I'll get you, Naruto said as he watched his jutsu close in on the Pain, but it disappeared and Pain looked down at him. My power has returned, he explained. He repelled the kid's Raisin Shuriken. Bunter cried out. It's not over yet, Naruto said, covering the Pain below him eyes. Sage Jutsu. Another Naruto cried out into the air, landing down on the Pain from behind with 2 Raisingans. 2 clones went to punch Pain and Naruto went to punch the Pain below him, only to be sent flying back forcefully, his clones disappearing. Are you alright, Naruto boy? The geezer frog asked worryingly, and Naruto looked up. Yeah, he replied back. Got ya, Bunter yelled, sending his sword crashing down to the ground, and the Pains jumped away. Damn it, what was that jutsu just now? Naruto asked. It seems the core Pain's power has finally returned. Katsuyu explained. You mean him? Naruto asked, looking at the Pain standing up. There's no doubt he used that same jutsu to blow up the village. Katsuyu continued. The more power he uses, the longer the interval it is before he can use the next jutsu. Katsuyu explained to the boy. That's why he couldn't use that repelling jutsu up until now. Naruto said as it finally made sense. What are my options? Naruto asked as he watched the chief and his friends fight against the Pains. Ninjutsu and taijutsu won't work. Naruto said. Choji brought us information. The minimum interval of Pain's jutsu is about 5 seconds. You must target and strike during that interval. Katsuyu mentioned. Only 5 seconds. Naruto repeated in disbelief. You'll have to trap him with genjutsu. The geezer frog pointed out. But how I suck at genjutsu. Naruto pointed out. We'll do it, the geezer said, looking towards his wife. Like before, she pointed out. Before. Naruto repeated, confused that this has happened before. Yes, during that battle with Jiraiya Boy and Pain, that was our means of escape. She told. There is nowhere for you to escape now. Bunter said as he leaped from the sky towards the main Pain. Pain easily dodged, floating in the sky. Holding out his arms, he looked around. Almighty push, Pain said, causing the frogs to fly back at great speed and force. Chief Toad, Naruto yelled as he watched the frog crash away. Damn it, Naruto growled angrily, turning towards the last 2 Pains. Damn it, he even took out Chief Toad and the others. Naruto said in frustration. We need to hurry and launch the genjutsu. The Toad Sage said. Performing a duet before everyone is so embarrassing. She said. Quit complaining and just do it. The Toad said. I know already. She spat back. This genjutsu requires an enormous amount of Sage Jutsu chakra. In other words, it will take us a little time to activate the jutsu. The Toad Sage explained. I'm going to go for that 5-second interval. As soon as you take in enough Sage Jutsu chakra, start the genjutsu. Naruto responded. Remember, you only have 1 shadow clone left to take in Sage Jutsu for you chakra, Naruto boy. Once it's gone, it will be impossible for you to fight while taking in Sage Jutsu chakra, as it requires you to not move and your Sage mode will run out in 5 minutes. The Toad warned. Using Shadow Clone to help maintain stillness to take in Sage Jutsu chakra was a good idea. But why didn't you make more of them? She asked. It's like trying to look to the right and left at the same time. We've divided the task, but taking in Sage Jutsu chakra is extremely difficult. At Naruto boy's level 2, Shadow Clones was his limit. He explained. On top of that, I can only produce 3 clones for battle, or else if I use any more it will mess with the clone absorbing Sage Jutsu chakra. Naruto pointed out. I see, prolonging things isn't to our advantage. She responded in disappointment and Naruto nodded. Naruto turned around to look at the remaining Pains. You are strong indeed, this is the farthest Pain has ever been pushed. Pain said. However, universal pull, he said, and to Naruto's surprise he began flying towards Pain. When he reached Pain, the other one punched him in the stomach and wrapped his arms of his so he couldn't move. That's enough, Pain said. Sorry Naruto boy, just hang in there for a little while longer. Naruto-kun. Hinata cried sadly as she watched her love from afar. I have to do something, Naruto-kun is in danger. Don't worry, I won't kill you. After all, you're a precious Jinchuriki. Pain said. Ha, it doesn't hurt at all. Don't underestimate my Sage mode. Naruto snapped. Now it's my turn too. Naruto paused in surprise. You're right, that is a problem. Pain said. Naruto looked around. What's happening? I'm losing power. I get it. This guy is sucking out my Sage Jutsu chakra. Naruto felt his Sage mode disappear and fell limp in the guy's arms. Capture of the 9 tails accomplished. Pain said. Just a bit longer and we'll be able to activate the genjutsu. Hang in there Naruto boy. You don't have me, yet. Naruto aid looking up. Quiet tenacious aren't you? Pain asked. So that's how it is. Well, it's just perfect since I can't move. Focusing, Naruto began absorbing nature energy chakra. So you finally resigned yourself. Pain said. Naruto's eyes flashed open and the pain holding him began to get bigger and turn green. You know, nature energy is really hard to control. Naruto pointed out. When the guy was done morphing, Naruto struggled, eventually breaking free, causing the guy's arms to break off. What is this? Pain asked. Sage Jutsu chakra has its risks after all. Pain said as Naruto panted on the ground. Now it's just you and. Naruto was cut off by Pain. Well, not quite. Pain said. What do you mean? Naruto asked, standing to his feet. These pains are puppets, there is another manipulating these pains. The real Pain. Katsuyu explained for him. The real Pain. Alright, we're ready. The geezer toad said. Let's do it, Ma, he said. Gotcha, she responded, putting her hands out. Though suddenly the toad geezer went flying towards Pain's hands. Pa, she cried out. Geezer sage. Naruto yelled out, leaping towards his hands. I've had enough of that genjutsu. Naruto could hear the sound of flesh rip as he was too late to save the old toad from the pole that Pain stabbed into the old frog. Pain threw the frog towards Naruto, sending him back. Universal pull. Pain said, causing Naruto to fly towards his hands. Pain grabbed him by the throat and smashed him to the ground, flipping him over and putting his hands together. He stabbed a pole in both of the boy's hands, who yelled out in pain. Has this tamed you a little, Nine Tails? Pain asked. What are you? Just what do you want? Why are you doing all of this? Naruto yelled angrily. Why, you ask? Things always happen without warning, and the reason becomes apparent afterwards. Pain explained. This situation, perhaps I will explain to you. Pain said. You asked me why I'm doing all of this. Even if I told you, I doubt it will change anything. Pain said. But what if we tried to have a discussion once more? Pain asked as he stood up. I have nothing to discuss with you. Naruto snapped back furiously. My goal was something even Jiraiya-sensei was unable to achieve. Pain responded. As I mentioned earlier, creating peace and bringing about justice. Pain explained. Peace. Justice. Yeah, right. Don't give me that shit. My master. My sensei. My friends. My village. Naruto screamed angrily as he gripped the dirt. After everything you've done, don't you dare talk about peace and justice. Naruto yelled and looked down, panting for breath. Then tell me, what is your goal? Pain asked. I'm going to kill you. And bring peace back to the ninja world. Naruto yelled furiously. I see. That's noble of you. Pain said, walking by Naruto's body. That indeed is justice. However, my family, my friends, my village, suffered the same fate as your village by you hidden leaf ninja. Pain responded. How is it only allow you people talk about peace and justice? Pain asked. What are you talking about? Naruto asked. The land of fire and hidden leaf grown too big. To protect the national interest, it forced feudal clans to wage war against each other and profited from it. Otherwise the nation's village and people would have starved. However, our little nation and its villages became the battlefields for the great nation's war. And each time our nation was ravaged and laid to waste. Pain explained. After all the fighting subsided, things stabilized in the great nation, and our little nation was left to suffer the pain and misery. You and I seek the same thing. We are trying to establish the peace that Jiraiya-sensei so desired. You and I are not different at all. We each act according to our sense of justice. The justice I delivered to the Leaf Village is no different from what you're trying to do to me. The pain of losing someone dear to you is the same, and both of us know pain all too well. Pain went on. You have your justice, and I have mine. Pain explained. We are both ordinary men driven to seek vengeance under the banner of justice. However, if there is justice in vengeance, then justice will breed more vengeance. And trigger a cycle of hatred. We are living in such a phenomenon right now. We know what the past is and we can predict what the future will be. So we cannot help but believe that human beings are incapable of understanding each other. The world of ninja is ruled by hatred. Pain said. However, even I can see there is too much hate in our ninja world, Jiraiya explained. Hate? Naruto asked. And I've wanted to do something about this hatred, but I'm not sure what must be done. Jiraiya said, scratching the back of his head. But I have faith that there will come a time when people can truly understand one another. Jiraiya finished. It all sounds kind of complicated. Naruto chuckled. And if I can't find the answer, then perhaps I entrust you to find it. Jiraiya said. Yes, sir. I can never turn you down, can I? Pervy sage. Naruto said loudly. How would you confront this hatred, in order to create peace? Pain asked, looking down at Naruto, whose face was in pain from remembering what his master said. After a few moments went by, Pain decided to talk. I want to hear your answer. Pain said. Naruto closed his eyes, then opened them sadly. I don't Have an answer to something like that, he responded. I formed the Akatsuki in order to end the cycle of this hatred. I can put an end to it, with your power of the 9 tails. I will use the power of every tailed beast to create a tailed beast weapon, many times more potent than the power that destroyed this village. A power that could wipe out an entire nation instantly. He said, and Naruto looked up in surprise. A tailed beast weapon. Naruto repeated. The world will know real pain. The fear instilled by that pain would prevent wars. And the world will be on the road to stability and peace. Pain explained. But that kind of peace is nothing but an illusion. Naruto retorted. Humans are not the most intelligent of creatures, this is the only way peace can be achieved. And after several decades that pain too will eventually fade and it will no longer be deterred and humanity will begin to battle once more. This time themselves will use the tailed beast weapons and reconfirm what true pain is. And then peace will be restored again for a time. In the course of the endless cycle of hatred, pain will give rise to the momentary peace. That is my dream. Pain explained. Listen, I'm absolutely gonna be named Hokage. Just watch everyone. The little boy Naruto ran off and people mumbled awful things. Hinata watched Naruto from afar, dying to go out there and be by his side, but she had to stay put. You argue that my vision of peace is fake, but in this cursed world, there is nothing more fictional where people can truly come to understand one another. Pain explained. But I have faith that there will come a time that people can truly understand one another. Jiraiya said. Pervy Sage believed that one day come a time where people can truly understand one another. You're wrong. Naruto retorted back. Empty words. What can you do when you can't even back up your answer? Pain responded. All you're good for is giving me the power of the 9 tails. Pain said, pulling out a rod. Like I said earlier, your death will lead to peace, Pain said. I want to grow up to be a strong ninja. Kind like mother and strong like father. Lord Hyashi is very strict because he has high hopes for you. Ko explained, and Hinata just nodded. One day you two will enter this academy, Lady Hinata. Ko said. I wonder if I'll make it. Hinata asked. Of course you will. So, try your very best. Ko said. Hinata looked over to see a familiar blonde-hair boy swinging on the swing set alone with a very sad expression. That boy. Hinata paused. Lady Hinata, please don't associate with that boy. Ko said. Why? Hinata asked. It's time for your training, let's go back. Ko said, and he walked her away. Naruto-kun. Hinata whispered, sadly watching the man she loved fight all alone like he's always been. Pain broke the very last road that he stabbed into Naruto's body. I can feel Pain's chakra running through me. I avoided any shallow spots and kept them shallow. Pain informed him. But you will no longer be able to move on your own. Pain said. Snap out of it, lad. The small old toad yelled, and Naruto looked over in surprise. No matter what he say, do not listen to him. She yelled. You're the child of the prophecy. The savior of this world. Jiraiya boy Adpa sacrificed themselves because they believed that. So you cannot give up. If you give up now, I won't forgive you. She yelled before being pushed away forcefully. Noisy frog. Pain commented. Bastard. Naruto yelled angrily. I guess I'll be taking you now. Pain said. Suddenly Naruto heard loud stepping noises. Looking over, he saw the long raven hair fly up and hit the ground, sending up a cloud of dust. Hinata-sama. A fellow clan member yelled out. When the dust cleared, Hinata looked down at Naruto stabbed with poles. How cruel. Restricting Naruto-kun's moments with those poles. Naruto was too surprised and in shock to speak at the moment. I won't let you hurt Naruto-kun anymore. Hinata yelled at Pain. Reinforcements. Pain asked. Hinata. No. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.